podcast and YouTube blog covering the German startup scene with news, interviews, and live events.
Welcome everybody, this is Joe from Startuprad.io, your startup podcast and YouTube blog from Germany. As you can see, it's fall, but it's still short sleeves, at least if you're watching this as a video podcast. I'm here today to bring you an update with a startup we interviewed back in 2018. It's called CoinAnalyst. Before we get to that, if you're first listening or watching this interview on YouTube or any other channel, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you like to be more involved, get to know the interviews earlier, become a patron on patreon.com. Find link down here in the show notes, as well as you can join our Do-Dash group, an entrepreneur network. You can find also links down here. That said, I now have an Italian with German roots, or a German with Italian roots right now here as a guest. Welcome, Pascal.
All right. Hi, Jürgen. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me. So, tell me, what do you like me to share with you? Like we have, it's been a lot of things have changed since the last time we talked. We had the interview, so lots of things have happened. But yeah, tell me what you like to hear or I'd like to know.
At first, we spoke before, and you are a German with Italian roots, right?
I'm a German with Italian roots. That's it. Exactly. I'm born in Germany, in Darmstadt to be precise. And and I have Italian roots. So I speak Italian as well and stuff like that.
Great. I'm looking at my cheat sheet right now, and you and I and Gareth, we did have a very nice video interview. It was published on July 2nd, 2018, so it's quite a while back. And at this time, we've been talking about the future ICO of CoinAnalyst, which wants to be the Bloomberg of the crypto space. What happened since then?
Well, exciting times have passed. Hard times have passed since then. We just entered straight into a crypto winter. We had ambitious goals and stuff. So everything like that now, it's like more modest and more small, right? So let's say, right? So Bloomberg for crypto, that's a metaphor. Definitely, it still aligns. We've noticed that we got to be a little bit more practical and provide more, practical, even more like hands-on solutions in order to find our market and to get broader. So because of the crypto winter that we faced in July, actually right after our ICO, the crypto winter started, and it went on even in 2019. We had to think what should we do and broaden basically our scope that we're covering. So basically, as coin analysts, we are not just going to do cryptocurrencies, but we broaden it also with stocks and also Forex. So we're going to have a Forex analyst and a stock analyst. And that's pretty much it, number one, in its breadth. So yes, in that sense, we are still kind of like a Bloomberg, so we're broader in one sense. And then we got in deeper in crypto, with practical solutions that we wanted to deliver. So we came up and we have finished now in 2020 finally our product. It's a final release, basically we just released it. Sorry, my wife just left. It's a final release now in September that we have on hands. It passed the tough soft launch period. And we also came up and produced another product called Socializer, which is integrated with the CoinAnalyst because we thought, okay, if in crypto we have it's like a startup or like the .com stage, a lot of projects that need to be known first for the people, because a lot of people don't know about the project and they need the virality, they need the publicity, they need the awareness. So if you are like somebody that invests in altcoins. Basically, you're investing in startups that actually would appreciate if they could get exposure as well. So once you have done your research and you believe in certain projects, those projects you might want to, push and share these news about them through social media. So the Coin Analyst is like the Bloomberg for crypto on the news side, right? We don't do the trading part, just the news side. We'll give you the information advantage, but we enhanced it by giving you AI and semantics and text mining. So we give you full transparency, and we made Bloomberg for the people. So Bloomberg is very elitarian, and we made CoinAnalyst to be a false Bloomberg, basically, right? So it's $20. It's accessible for the people. It's per month, and it will help you make the market transparent. You don't need a lot of knowledge, because we'll give you a lot of indications to give you a lot of, security in your decision making, because we don't just provide you the news, but we'll also give you analysis of the news, automated. So we are giving you sentiment. With the sentiment, if right now the news that is talked about this project is positive or is negative. And this is already very important. And we give you information if this project or this investment is getting more and more attention. Are people more talking about it? So there's a term called buzz. So is it getting more and more buzz? And if a project is gaining momentum, is gaining buzz, that's a positive sign for people that invest in a project. And you want to see that a project gets traction, that it has adoption. And that's a very important metrics. On top of that, the sentiment, is it considered positive? If there's negative, that's a good indicator to identify maybe something is wrong. Unfortunately, there's not all startups and all, projects have always good intentions in their heart. So there are people that do fraud. So the sentiment indicator helps you, protects you with that as well. So we created, we're the only one in the world to introduce a scam alert. So our scam alert watches exactly that. It uses the social intelligence and uses statistics to help you, to send you an alert if, for example, the negative comments, specifically to the topic of scam, is increasing compared to the last week. So is it breaking threshold? So that's our thing that we did. We are, we are still one of the few real German, crypto projects in the market, with a registered company in Germany, paying our taxes in Germany. We don't mind paying our taxes here because we wanted to produce a good product. That's our first goal: have happy people, provide value, and then make money with it. That's the second part of it. We hope with success to make money with it. But to be an entrepreneur, talking to other entrepreneurs, we went through some really, really hard times. And I can tell you that the last 2 years for crypto has been extremely hard. There's very few people standing that were starting with us. When we did our ICO, and if you look how many people are still standing, there's barely anybody there. So we're like the last, 90%.
Let me get a short break in there. You can surely tell about the Italian roots with the always speaking part. Love that about you. That said, talking about the ICO, how did it go for you? Did you mint your coins? At what price did you issue them? Where they're trading right now?
Okay, so the price, we didn't, in the end, it wasn't that big of a success in the sense we didn't raise what we wanted. We did well, but for the time, I think we're one of the best ICOs in the market. To be honest, we broke the $1 million in cash, but we did a lot of swaps. However, in real cash, it wasn't enough. We financed ourselves for 2 years. That's okay to build it, but it's not enough. So that's why we are now actually doing also an IEO that's going to start September 15th. We'll go into it later. But basically, we offered it for 1 cent, and the coin actually dropped heavily because we're 2 years working on the product and not doing any marketing and all this kind of stuff and doing sales. Now, this is changing. Where we are, pausing our one exchange that we're on, and we'll introduce a new exchange that we have a partnership with, and we will do an IEO together, which is a top 50 exchange called La Token. So September 15th, we're going to start doing our IEO, and we're going to announce our partnership with La Token that they will upsell our product. So the product is getting ready, and we have now our first big account that actually will upsell to 500,000 users, which is they have as customers, CoinAnalyst. So we will create awareness. We will create demand. That was one of the theories how to push our sales. It was leveraging the channels on the exchanges and helping the exchanges to provide more value to their people. So that is the big thing that we're going to do. So we're going to have an IEO September 15th, 4 to 6 weeks with La Token. And after that, we're going to be listed. And during the IEO, X Markets is pausing us, so you cannot buy anywhere the token. And even so, so till September 10th, which is, we actually that's the only time that we're still listed on X Markets till September 10th. Then it's going to be paused for 6 weeks, and we will be burning 1 billion coins to and burn 50% of our revenues, the coins, and have a nice token economics where we give 20% discount and also burn those coins till we get down to 100 million coins. That's on supply. That's the maximum. But we have created a lot of different measures to justify right now to start back at 1 cent, starting September 15th with the IEO. And then we'll be listed, and hopefully not then with the product being in the market, creating demand for the market, demand also by the fact that you will get 20% discount on the price of the token, on the product, to motivate people to buy the token instead of paying with fiat or Bitcoin.
Two more questions here. First, what is a IEO? We might want to have it accessible for people who are not familiar with crypto terms.
Yeah, people if you're not familiar with the term, no problem. IEO stands for Initial Exchange Offering. So it's an exchange that does the offering on their exchange for their users, for the people only at the exchange. So if you want to join, you got to join the exchange in order to be able to participate. The advantage here is that you have a KYC, which means know your customer, already done by the exchange, making sure that you have all the right people to join. And the exchange is supposed to help also do a pre-screening that only good companies or vetted companies can do, are able to do an IEO on your exchange. Well, that should be normally the case, right?
Let me wrap this up in normal financial terms. First, you're going to be listed on a stock exchange who does it in financial terms, like everybody could relate to in terms of equities. First, you're joining a stock exchange who does the due diligence on you. And then what you're doing is actually 50%, you're doing a reverse split. So 2-for-1, you half the amount that is out there, right?
Of the hard cap. I'm doing 2-for-1 on the hard cap that we had on the ICO.
Since our audience has been growing quite significantly since our first interview, let us tell them just a tiny bit what you're doing. From what people understand is basically you can follow the news with your tool, and basically it gives you a wrap up, it gives you an overview, it gives you some sentiment about what is important, what are many people talking about, this coin, that coin, so on and so forth, right?
Absolutely. Plus, we have AI integrated to give you, if you're tight on time, only the relevant news. So we call it high impact news. So the high impact news is AI based, where we check which news similar in the past had an impact on price. And only those news, if you have tight on time, you just have to read those news with the sentiment included. Plus, we have integrated in 25 AI models to give you a prediction. If at least on the top 3, because we're getting enough data, top 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ether, and Ripple, we are able to give you also a forecast how the coin is going to perform within the next 24 hours with a precision rate of up to 70%. We give you always a weekly score, how we're doing this current week. It always depends how the market is manipulated, how difficult the market is, in order to see how good our precision is on our AI models that are trained constantly, and it's using the best model always in the best model of in the performance is chosen by the AI, and that's how it works, right? And it's based on news and stuff like that. It's a very complex thing, but we're really proud of it. So I'm giving you guidance. So I save you time with high impact news. I give you protection with a scam alert so that you don't get into scams. I give you transparency to understand what is hot by seeing what is the most positive news, or like the most trending product. And I give you guidance when to sell or buy. So I'm a total package.
I see. Now we know a little bit about your plans. Your product. Everybody who'd like to learn more, go down here in the show notes. There will be a link where you can sign up. Disclaimer, this is not an affiliate link. And what I would like to ask you, because we are a channel by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, can you tell us a little bit about your struggle, how it felt during what you called the crypto winter to being crypto entrepreneur in Germany?
Well, it's crypto was very unpopular, so you're coming around with like a topic that was like nobody wants to hear about. So it's very tough. So you don't get funding, nobody wants to hear about you. You're very the uncoolest guy, nobody wants you around. Crypto is really, it's been like very bad. Now, obviously, times have changed. Crypto's gotten sexy again, and now you're hot again. But I can tell you, feel not it's hard because don't get any love. I was told to when I was pitching investors to not mention anywhere crypto. I had to redo my deck and say yes. So I to keep it more general that we are doing also stocks and forex and also like cryptocurrencies, kind of like that. It was hard. Like it's very hard to get any funding in the crypto winter. It's also with your peers. Nobody cares about it because Bitcoin was down, so everybody's not so excited about it. It makes life quite tough. It makes life tough. It's also tougher to get people motivated, getting talent in your startup team. If during the crypto winter. Now, like I said, times have changed. I'm now again hot. I'm trending. Bitcoin is strong. I know it's quite a little stuff, but overall, people are bullish, and things are positive, right? So now it's a total different situation. But I can tell you, it was tough before.
How did you motivate yourself?
It's hard, as an entrepreneur, I can tell you, it makes you tough. I mean, especially, that's why I appreciate every successful entrepreneur because, if you're able to handle a business, it's wonderful because, it's tough to sometimes go to bed on a Friday night not knowing how to pay your salary on a Monday. That's the tough things that entrepreneurs have to go through. I do meditation, and when it's hard, when it gets really hard, meditation is really good. It helps you to give when you feel totally down, to just give you a little bit more energy. Talk to people, talk to other entrepreneurs. That gives you hope, and it gives you also spirit because everybody went through it if they're honest. And actually, that builds character. I mean, I can tell you, a lot of people could not handle what we are able to handle when you're a startup entrepreneur. That's for the hard guys.
I didn't know that you would come up with meditation, but I actually do this as well. I strongly recommend everybody who can't sleep, especially talk down sleep meditation or something like this when you're lying in bed shortly before you sleep. It helps a lot, and the sleep is really refreshing.
Yeah, I recommend for new people, start with a 10-minute guided meditation through YouTube. Just follow. You have the sounds, and it's very good to get into it. I recommend to exercise when you have a chance. It's also good for your psychology and the stress. And don't give up. Entrepreneurship it's like for the ultra runners. It's not even marathon runners. It's for the ultra runners, right? So you got to get that. This is to build and to do a business is nothing for short sprinters. You got to be, resilient. You got to be tough and go through it. And talk to the team. Explain to them sometimes when there's hard times. You got to be open. Tell them this month is going to be tough. Maybe it's going to take a little bit, whatever. But I recommend transparency. That helps as well.
When I've learned something working 12 years on capital markets, basically what you trade are the expectations of the future. So what are you looking at? What you will be achieving for the next, towards the end of the year for the next year? So people would be interested in buying your tokens. What are your future plans except for buying a Lamborghini?
Lambo. Yeah. Okay. So basically now we have exciting times. Okay. So we finished 2 products, right? So with CoinAnalyst finished and the promotion social media engagement tool, unique in the world, the only tool that also supports Telegram, by the way. So just to help spreading your messages, which is integrated in our CoinAnalyst product. So we have actually 2 products ready. I got my first product, my first customer, my first partner signed up, which is La Token, which is top 50 with 500,000 potential customers. And we are already talking to several other exchanges. I'm getting now, we have a verbal agreement already with a top 5 exchange in the world to be the data delivery provider for them. So as soon as I will tell them, this is one of the most reputable exchanges in the world that is working with us. And like I said, we have a verbal commitment. Hopefully soon we'll have it signed. And if we have that, that puts us to the Champions League. Because if we are providing the data for the top 5 exchange, what else do I have to say about our quality and the trust that you can have in our data delivery, scraping capabilities and in general about our data capabilities. I mean, that gives us a lot of credibility. We have hot products coming up. We are going to build based on our own signals because we have very good, strong performance and our own indicators that we're going to offer copy trading. So we'll have top traders in our CoinAnalyst team that are using our fundamentals, our sentiment signals, our buzz, and our forecast, and adding this with the technical analysis in combination. They're getting such a strong performance that we're going to offer a copy trading package exclusively up to 1,000 people only and maximum 10 million that we can move. So when we move per trade 10 million in a copy trade, that's the maximum in order to avoid the slippage. That's what we're going to do. So there's going to be big demand for it. We have also a crypto newsletter, portfolio newsletter that we've been selling exclusively with a partner called Dreamers. And it's been selling well. We have over 80% performance in 4 months. So we have a great reputation now within them. And it's a very secure basket that we suggested and offered. So now with the copy trading, that's going to be exciting on top of our CoinAnalyst product, on top of our socializer. So there's more to come. So I think we're here ready to fly, and now is the time to get in. And 20%, we're going to give you discounts to buy the coin. So the coin has big demand. We're going to burn 50% we're going to buy back 50% of our revenue and burn that. And like I said, the goal is to get down to 100 million in supply and see the coin fly. That's the idea. So I think now is the time. Exciting times. Enough of winter. Now is the time to feast. So that's what I think.
Well, if that would be true, I do believe many token investors would be more than just happy to do that. That said, anything important we may want to add?
Well, September 15th, we'll have our IEO in La Token. Come and join us and, look at our products, take advantage of our, offerings. Would be happy to see you there and maybe greet you with a trial version, whatever. Feel free to join our AMAs. Sorry about that. Feel free to join our AMAs. We will do regular sessions. And feel free also to take contact with us if you have any further questions.
Everybody who'd like to learn more, go down here in the show notes. There's a link towards your personal LinkedIn profile as well as the company website. Thank you very much. Hopefully to have you back soon as another update on CoinAnalyst.
It's always a pleasure, and I love, like I said, startups, entrepreneurs to entrepreneurs. I hope I was able to inspire you don't want to discourage you because it's a tough time sometimes. But like I said, it builds character, it builds humbleness. And I think it's it does have a great feeling once you reach it. It's like a marathon. If you arrive, you get to the goal, it's the best feeling. But just in between, sometimes it's just ugly. But the finish is unbelievable, right? So that's what we're doing. And we're able to do what we are wanting to do, right? That's also an exciting part. So I want to encourage people to be entrepreneurs and take advantage of it. Definitely. It's a cool experience, and it's also a hard experience sometimes. You can be lucky. Sometimes it's smoother than others. But, I just wanted to encourage, to go ahead. Don't be discouraged and try your own thing.
That's all, folks. Find more news, streams, events, and interviews at www.Startuprad.io. Remember, sharing is caring.